Hi everyone, welcome back to Justine's paper crafting tutorials. I'm starting a new video series today called 3 Cards, 1 Stamp. The way it works is I take one stamp set, this one's Simon Says Stamp exclusive stamps, hand lettered winter wishes, and I'm going to create 3 cards with it. It's going to be produced every month, second week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is the day 1's card. The next one will be on Wednesday and the third one on Friday. I'm going to start off by taking a piece of paper from the Bo Bunny's Altitude collection. I'm going to cut it at 4 by 5 1/4. This is going to lay perfectly on my card base. I made my card base a top folding card. It measures 11 by 4 1/4 and then it's folded at 5 1/2 inches. I'm using the Simon Says Stamp Fog cardstock. I'm going to take that card front that I just cut from the Bo Bunny paper and I'm going to add some adhesive and glue that onto my card base. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take a white tag. You can cut this out using a die cut, or if you prefer to use your Cricut or your die cutting machine, it really doesn't matter. It's just a standard tag. I'm going to grab the stamp set, which is our star of our series today, and I'm going to grab a stamp to stamp the sentiment onto the card. I'm just going to arrange my stamps on my tag the way I think I'm going to like it when it's finished. And then I can just grab my Fisker stamp press and pick them up both at the same time and be able to stamp them both at the same time. I'm using Stampin' Up's Blackberry Blis. It was the closest color I had to the purples that I have in this kit that I have from Simon Says Stamp, and I really like the way that it contrasts with the paper. It's a very, very dark purple and it dries slightly lighter, but I think it has a really cool effect. I'm going to grab some of these mini little bling charms here that are from Close to My Heart. I'm going to arrange them on the bottom here in a set of 3. Now that that's finished, I'm going to take some gray baker's twine and I'm going to add that to the top of the tag. So I'm not going to create a bow or anything fancy like that. The way I did it was I just made it a double length and then I just slipped it through like so. I ended up adding a little bit of adhesive to the top of it on the card once it was sitting down so that it would stay in place. Just trimmed off the edges to make them a little bit shorter. And then as I put it onto my card, I realized that there was something missing. The part at the top was too empty. So what I decided to do was take the snowflake stamp from this stamp set and stamp it with some VersaMark and add some perfect pearls. So I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to stamp your stamp in VersaMark ink and stamp it like a normal stamp. You're going to grab your perfect pearls. I'm using GRAPE FIZZ. This is a really cool, shiny, metallic sort of purple look. And I'm going to pounce a little bit of powder, you don't need lots, onto the tag. Don't worry about not going off of your stamp, because what you're going to do is you're going to sort of vigorously rub over the stamp and that'll get the perfect pearls off of there. In order to set the perfect pearls, you just have to add a little bit of water. Don't spray directly on it. You're just going to kind of spread in midair and just kind of wave your tag through it. Because if you spray directly on it, it's going to saturate your paper and it's going to start to curl. Okay, so now that the tag's finished, I'll hold it up here so you can see the glitter in the light. It gives it a really cute finishing touch. You don't really have to add this because in the end I ended up covering a lot of it anyway, but I think it adds a really cute touch. I added some 3D dots to the back of the tag and then stuck it onto my card to give a 3D effect. The next thing I did was I did 4 die cuts here. I did 2 different snowflakes and 2 of each snowflakes. One is slightly smaller than the other, or one pair. And I cut this out of white cardstock, and then I also cut it out from this silver cardstock that I had picked up from Stampin' Up. And it's a die cut from the Close to My Heart art booking cartridge, I believe. And so I just added a little bit of glue and I put this white on top of the silver on the big one and I attached them together. For the next set of snowflakes, I did the opposite. I attached the silver on top of the white and then attached them using adhesive. Alright, so the next thing to do was to arrange them onto my actual card. I think these turned out really, really pretty and I like the way that they looked. It's just a matter of arranging them in the right way. So the next thing to do is just put the adhesive on the back when you have the placement that you'd like and then stick them onto your card. I put one behind the tag and one in front of the tag. And And there's your finished card. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to thumbs up and subscribe so you can see more videos to come. Wednesday and Friday I'll have more videos featuring the stamp set.